What is going on, you guys? Welcome back once again to the channel. Alright, so we have a short horror film to check out here. This one is titled One Lost Time, and it is by Deformed Lunchbox. As always, I have always enjoyed Deformed Lunchbox content. All of their films have been great to me, so I'm always very excited to check their films out. And also, this is a recommendation, so much appreciate those recommendations out there. Thank you guys also for commenting in my videos. Even though I get really short, very little comments, I love reading each one of them carefully and responding to them if I have to. Okay, so thank you guys for that. And also, if you are enjoying these videos and you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so and hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I upload a video. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. And as always, let's get scared.
Babe.
Hey.
Hey. We're working.
What's up?
I'm gonna go to the gym.
Oh, okay. Have fun.
Hi. Do you have something for me? I know you do. Take it out. Oh, wow. Keep going. I want you to give it to me. I want you to give me everything. Will you do that for me? Will you?
Uh-huh.
Good boy. Then give up your career for me. Give up your dreams for me. And your life aspirations, your life goals. Relinquish your social life to me.
Fuck.
Your love life, your ability to be intimate with a girl that actually cares about you. Oh, you can't stop touching yourself, can you? You like someone who will, someone who loves you. But that's not enough for you now, is it?
Oh, dang.
You can't even get it up for her, can you? Where do you think you're going? Don't you get it? This is your life now. Unable to control yourself. Unable to love. Unable to start a family and be a father. Can't you imagine?
Yo, this is escalating
You.
quickly.
A father. Yeah, no. Don't you get it? You're mine. You're my bitch. My slave. And you'll belong to me. Every minute of every hour of every sad, pathetic waste of a day in your waste of a life until you grow old and weak, frail and insignificant, until your hairs free your head one by one, and your body rots and decays until you take your last pitiful breath. And your sad little excuse of the life comes to an end until you are just a pile of bones.
it's really like that. I was like, is it? Ran out of time. Dude, this is so deep. All right, you guys, there you have it. That was One Lost Time. Yo, this one here, it has so much more of a deeper meaning now that I have watched the film. The title itself, it has a lot more behind this. Uh, I didn't think about anything when I read that title. Before I watched the film, I was just like, okay, had no idea what that related to. But yeah, after I watched it, it was like, time is all we have. It's more important than anything else. Uh, and if we obviously misuse it, we don't use this correctly. The time that we have, eventually it runs out, and um, things that we really wanted to do, we don't because we choose to waste our time, with nonsense, with things like this. It was just watching this poor young guy already. Um, I'm assuming he was in a marriage already, or he was just, moved in with this girl, and obviously he's starting a life with her. He was yet more interested in doing these types of things, and his partner is trying to get his attention. In the beginning, we see he's like locked in, hyper focused or whatever, into his laptop, and she's trying to get his attention before she goes to the gym, and he just couldn't care less, he just wants her to get out. And as soon as she leaves, we can see that he actually was hearing her, or he did notice her, but he was pretending not to because he just didn't really care about that anymore. He didn't care about her anymore. He cared more about these, fake women, these people that are on the internet, just getting all these guys to just give them everything they have, like all their energy, their attention, until they become locked in, addicted to just watching all of these things and completely forgetting about their actual reality, what things that really matter outside of that. I really love the way they portrayed this, man. It just took one man sitting in a room, and looking at a laptop, and all of it took place there. That just had to happen. It all happened in one time. Obviously, it was highly exaggerated, but over time, repeating this over and over again, and just like becoming submissive to it, and dedicating all of your time to it, it'll eventually just lead you to self-destruction, And well, lately I've been reading the Bible a lot more, and I've been, focusing a little bit more on giving my life to God and slowly breaking away from old habits, And so the more I read, the more I see how very important, how necessary it is for us to, you know, read the Bible, how important it is for us to learn about God and stop living life only for ourselves and start living for God, And um, it sounds simple saying it that way, right? Or just, how would I say, like impossible? But the more you just start to read and apply everything that you read to your life, the easier it is to break away from old habits and not see them as important anymore. And I'm getting a little deep on this, but I was looking at this, the way this movie was done, the guy that was just locked into, he was even like, you can see the chains building up around his hands, all of that was symbolism of, just, you can't escape your addiction anymore. You can't escape out of that life. And everybody around you is starting to die or just leave you, your world is crumbling, it's falling apart, but you don't realize because you're stuck in this fantasy, you're chained into it, you're locked into it, and you don't realize you're also killing yourself slowly. In this film, it was very fast. It was all happening fast. He was starting to rot. His flesh was falling off. His eyes were turning into like, just demonic. And he was pretty much like getting possessed by this woman on the screen. Uh, and just taking all of his soul until he ended up as a skeleton on the chair, you know? Um, and so all of these things are relatable. They're realistic because in real life, a lot of people go through this. They go through these addictions, and especially men. This applies a lot to men. Like they get really hooked on all of this in social media, and they slowly start to push aside like what things that really matter, like their partners, the loved ones around them, and they just lose interest in all of that too. And so now they just start to, put all of their interest and energy in things that don't matter, that are a waste of time, that seem to be uh, beautiful and fulfilling, but they're really not. They're killing you. So, anyways, the more I read into the story of God and to the message that He gave us um, to follow for the rest of our lives until we pass onto eternity, into the next life. Um, this eventually starts to lead you away from sin, from your selfish ways. And we know that, like, the more you read, it also says, like the people that are saving their life for themselves, will lose it eventually, right? It's like saying, all I care about is my life. I want to live in sin. I want to just do what I want. Eventually, that's going to lead you to death, spiritual death, and then this type of death, like it might just end up horrible like this. And um, those who give up their life, for God, in ways saying like, I give up my selfish ways. I want to like die from my old self and be reborn into my new self for you, for you, Lord, for you, God. You actually start to live. You actually are reborn, and it really feels like that over time. Now, the process of like getting into this type of lifestyle and breaking out of old habits, it is hard. It's hard, and it's just not like from one day to the next thing. It's a lot of growth, and it takes a lifetime. Even a lifetime is not enough to complete this process of like transformation, of sanctification. I think that's the word in English. Um, maybe you say it differently, but I'm trying to say the word in Spanish. It's santificación, where it's like he's converting you, making you a better person, and preparing you for eternal life to spend time with Him, eternally in His glory. And so I think that getting into like the religion or getting into faith, getting into God is very necessary when it comes to stories like these. Even though this was just a form of them expressing this type of thing, this was entertaining as well. It's very real, and it's happening to millions of young men out there, older men out there, and the only solution to get out of this is, it's not just to like try to fight it or resist it, because that just makes things stronger, right? Because your focus is still there. You're still like thinking, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But you're still thinking about it anyways, even if you're trying to deny it or reject it, whatever. It the answer to all of this in time, as long as it's persistent, it's to focus your energy on focus your attention on something that's positive, something that's actually going to help you grow. Force yourself, and join people that can motivate you. Surround yourself with the right people, pretty much, right? That can motivate you to move out of that lifestyle, because on your own, you can't do it. As much as strong as you think you are, as mentally disciplined as you think you are, we're just humans. We have habits that are ingrained in our mind, it can just control us. So, and plus, it's easy to deceive ourselves when we're just doing things by ourselves, So it's good to be with other people, to be in unification with other people and help each other out. So ways to just break out of these old habits is to, again, focus your attention on something healthier, something more positive, and then slowly that becomes more important than this now, so just kind of like look the other way as much as you can. Go focus yourself on something else. Don't be by yourself trying to avoid it or reject it or thinking about like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not gonna do this again, because you're still thinking about it anyways, and you're just giving it more power. So it's and this applies to myself too. You know, I'm not saying I got it all under control. I'm still in the process of learning. So I think, and changing, right? So focusing your attention on something else, it's very, very helpful, you know, and forcing yourself to join positive things as much as you can, even if you don't feel like it, because it is for the better of you. Oh yeah, and then surrounding yourself with the right people, of course, to help you get through whatever you're going through, and sharing and all of that, right? Finding the right people that you can trust, that you can share these deep feelings with. Keeping them to yourself isn't healthy either. But guys, this one was so relatable to a lot of people. Okay. Very, very sad that this is the reality of things, especially because of social media, man. It's messing up a lot of people, you know, a lot of young people that are coming up. It's like they're craving a lot of attention, and they're being influenced in the most negative ways for the most part. I'm not generalizing social media as a bad thing all the time, but it is being it's being dominated by these types of things, you know, this type of content. And it's best to just stay away from it as much as you can, or just delete it as much as you can too, you know. Delete as much social media as you can. I don't know. I mean, guys, this one was really enjoyable to me. I thought this one was a very powerful film. It didn't even have to have gore in it, any monsters, nothing spooky. The idea of just being this way, stuck in an addiction like this, and watching your world die around you and you don't even care, that is frightening, because at the end of the day, like at some point in your life, you're going to realize that everything is falling apart, but it's too late to, you know, bring it back together, to repair it, right? So very, very powerful film, guys. I thought this was a great film. The actor did a great job. The music, the intensity building up very quickly, everything escalating very quickly. It just gave me anxiety, man. I got immersed in this film, and you know, yeah, it was definitely something that was hard to watch, man. Yeah. Hmm. I love the way this was done. This was perfect. This was perfectly done. You guys, what did you think about this one? I know I kind of went on a rant here, but I want to know your thoughts down below about this film. And you guys don't have to agree with me. I'm not saying this because I know it all, right? But I'm just saying that based off of my experience, it has really helped me a lot, you know? So, what do you guys think about this film? Drop your thoughts down below. Please let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, this reaction, please give this video a thumbs up, and you guys know the rest, right? Subscribe to the channel, all of that stuff, leave a comment, and I will see you all on the next reaction. Take care of yourselves. Peace.